Welcome back to the Preneur Life. Are you confident all the time? How can you maintain your confidence in every situation? Let's get right into it. So today, guys, let's talk about confidence, okay? And one of the things I want to talk about first is the problem. Like, what's the problem of not having confidence? There's some consequences with it. It actually affects you emotionally. It affects you physically, and also affects you financially. What do I really mean by that? Emotionally, your self-esteem, your self-image, how you see yourself internally to externally, actually your real identity is all being affected if you don't have confidence. Another big problem in getting physically is those that are physically fit, they have shown more confidence because they've been working on themselves. Usually people that consistently go to the gym, consistently keep eating good, they feel a certain way about themselves. They want to feel confident about themselves. But if you don't have confidence, this also is a big problem because it shows up right here, okay? One of my mentors came up to me and said, Curtis, you want to see if someone's disciplined or not? Look at their belly. I was like, what? They said, why? Because the hardest discipline possibly you can have is by eating. And if you control that, then you can control anything. So if you want to see someone that has high confidence, high quality in regards to discipline for themselves, high leadership qualities, look at their belly. I said, okay, all right. And so that's been one of the things. I'm not saying that against you or anything along those lines if that's not your issue, but this is a major problem when it comes to confidence. It can affect it. Another one is financially, okay? What does that really mean? Look at your bank statements, all right? So when we say bank statements, savings, when you have more savings, I promise you think clearer. Why? Because you're not thinking about, oh, well, if I swipe the card right now, what's gonna happen to this? You're more peace in mind. You could think clearly, you can strategize. This all affects what? Different things. These are consequences if you don't have confidence in those realms. And the real problem I wanna bring up is trust. Because we all have a vision of where we wanna go. But do you really trust? You have confidence in you actually coming through on the vision that you have for yourself. How about the team that you're leading? Do they trust you? Do you have confidence in when you're saying this is the vision for our team? Do they really believe that? How about the family that you're leading? Your spouse, your partner, your significant other? How about the children? Do they believe where you're taking the family based on what? Your confidence. And the real question is, do you have confidence in you? Because that's where it begins. So let's get under the skin on this one. Like, why? Like, where does it come from that people do not have confidence? Well, is there like a magic formula that if I do not have it, I can go in now, find that formula where I can go create it? Now, point number two is, like, where does confidence really even come from? Like, how do I know that I'm a confident person and I'm not a confident person? Like, when do I know that determining factor? When do I know that I'm truly confident and I have arrogance? Like, when do I know which one I am? That's a big question. And the point number three, it's been shown that athletes have been showing more confidence because they've been in more competitive environments. Competitive environments have been said to produce more confidence. Point number four is those who have love in their households have been shown to actually have high confidence. But inadvertently, I know a lot of people as well that have come from terrible, negative households that can also produce high confidence. So like really, like our question here, point number five is, what is the root cause of you having confidence or not? Is it because of your childhood? So what if you're a kid that has no confidence? Can you now become an adult and be able to change and have confidence? Or what if you're highly confident in your childhood and now your adult is kind of been diminished a little bit? Can you now reinvent yourself and have more confidence as well? I don't know. This is questions that we're all thinking about right now. Which takes me to my third point is, how can I define that I am a strong leader? Okay, so I have some things I want you to think about. Point number A is, you might not have confidence in what you're doing on a daily task, a daily job, your responsibilities. But let me tell you, if you want to create confidence, in my opinion at least, is that your experience and your work that you're doing consistently does produce confidence. Another big point, was point number B, is you need confidence in your character, your traits, and also the resolve that you're going to be resilient, you're going to persevere, that you're going to get it done no matter what. And point number C is, you can have confidence in you all day, but not in also taking your team to the next level. That was my biggest issue. I was like, man, I have so much confidence in me. I'm going to figure it out. We're going to get this thing done. But I was like, well, I got people following me. I got a family that's following me. I got a team that's following me. I'm following me. Like, oh shoot, like, can I really take them to the next level? That was a big issue for me. And I had to understand that when you really do have both of these right here, when you can lead yourself, but also lead your team to a different level, you are a strong leader. That is the definition of a strong leader to me. And because it's really not like what you can do, it's really what you can produce. So what you see right here is whatever you are producing is truly the reflection of who you really are. It's like a mirror. Your team, your family, those around you are literally showing you what you truly are. Not what you think you are, but what you truly are. So that takes us to our last point. Are you a mature leader, right? So what's really the difference? Number one, how do I know if I'm an amateur leader? Well, think about it. Amateur leaders only think about them. It stops with you, right? So your confidence only ends with you. You're not thinking about anyone else. But a mature leader is focused on multiplication, okay? They're literally thinking about it like this. Best leaders can reproduce who they are, okay, into their environment, and it's like a virus, right? They literally are like, okay, I can literally reproduce myself consistently, multiplying myself everywhere. And really what happens is if they consistently keep doing that, it makes them more powerful. It's like when Kobe Bryant, when he won his 5th championship, his team at that point in time was considered one of the softest teams in the NBA. So what did he inject in them? He injected this mentality called the MAMBA mentality, okay? And that team ended up being one of the most fierce competitors in the league at that time, and that's why he won the 5th championship. That's like when Tom Brady says, you know what? I'm going to inject competition into the Tampa organization, where he took those traits and experience from Patriots and says, you know what? Wherever I go, I'm literally going to be confident enough to understand my work, but I'm also going to reproduce it in everything around me. And then guess what happens? They win the NFL championship as well. So real question for you is, what are you missing in yourself? What are you missing in your team? What are you missing in your family? What are those characteristics that you can inject as well as a leader and you can reproduce? At the end of it all, the question's back on you. Are you a confident leader? Are you a leader where it all just stops with you like an amateur? Or are you more mature where you're actually reproducing and multiplying who you are as well? So that's going to end this video here today. Go and share this with a leader that wants to become more mature in their leadership. Go and share, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video.